What up, world? It's your boy Jaystar back again with another video. We got the Monday night feature showdown for $1 million, man. Oh man, let's get it. Let's get it. So, what I want to say about this game, man, I want to kind of add some other little notes that I haven't been adding to my showdowns, but I'm gonna give y'all like fantasy points that have been allowed by each team, by each position, and things like that, just to help y'all out. Also with building, like I already give y'all, defense and how the offense should be attacking this defense. So I feel like that should really help y'all out, but also giving y'all this fantasy points allowed for each team and stuff like that should help you just a little bit more. So like I said, I try to give y'all as much information as possible in these showdowns, all the way down to sleepers and stuff like that. So it really helps y'all build winning lineups, man. I just don't want to leave y'all hanging. I really want y'all to be able to win this money. So let's get into it though right here. We got the Rams and the 49ers here. So we got the Rams playing a 3-4 defense. We got the 49ers playing a 4-3 defense. What I want to say real quick is the 49ers, man. I mean, did they not have the most easiest starting schedule? Like, goodness gracious, man. They haven't played nobody. I had to go through this because I'm just like, look at these teams. Chicago, Seattle, Denver. Like, what kind of mess is this, yo? Like, they had the most easiest start. And, I mean, they only went, what, 1-2, though? I mean, they lost a heartbreaker right there. But I mean, of course, their quarterback's going too, but still, like that was an easy schedule still for the start. Now it's like they finally get a test, divisional test. They are at home, so this is gonna be like for real. I really feel like their defense is gonna be very tested. I think also is Van Jefferson back. Just want to make sure, is he back? Where are you at, dude? I know he can't be. He's that cheap. No way. Am I tripping here? Okay. Like, am I just going by him like crazy, crazy, crazy times? What the mess? Is he hurt or out? Like, let me see something here. Oh wow, I didn't even know they put him on IR. My bad. Wow. Oh, I thought he was gonna be back, man. Let's see. Suffered a setback. Okay, I didn't notice that. Wow, that sucks. Man, knee surgery and everything. That sucks. Well, at least we got to see that. I would say, I don't want to say Stafford at least established some type of chemistry with Skowronek last games, which is why he's went up to 4,400. Because I mean, he used to be like below 2,000 or something like that. So, but yeah, it's good to see that they established that because they probably gonna need it for this game. But let's get into it. So, Cooper Kupp definitely, of course, gonna be in play because in this game, if Rams, I mean, they don't really try to establish the run too much, and they should establish the run. But the only thing I will say, I think the last two games, yeah, the last two games, this is the first time since playing Buffalo have they played a 4-3 defense, and we saw what happened there. I mean, they just went everything to Cooper Kupp, which was kind of weird because I thought, what I want to say, what's his name here? Where is he at? Robinson should have been involved for more big plays, but Cooper Kupp is just all. I mean, the chemistry they have together, man, it's just so. His targets was low too. Like he didn't even get nowhere near the 5 targets. So I expect him to at least get about 5 targets. I don't know if it'll be anything great because it seems like every time they get to the end zone, they just try the little fade route. If it doesn't work, they go to something else. Like so, I don't want to say him at captain. I think Cooper Kupp is going to be the biggest captain here just because he just does everything. And I haven't really seen the 49ers be able to stop him, period. So it just doesn't really matter. So definitely I would say him. Henderson, I mean, he's going to have to get way more touches than this. But I did notice they went to Cam Akers the last game. So let me see. Yep, 12. Yeah, they went more to Cam Akers than they did the first two games. So this is gonna be up for grabs because we don't know which running back they really want to use here. So I can't really tell y'all which running back to go with because that's crazy. Like they just using each one like different. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Like it's really gonna be weird with the running back situation there. But they are on the road, and like I said, the Rams don't really run too much anyway. So like, let's see, like you had talking about 10, 12. It's like every time, even though it's a lead back, whoever's leading back, they only getting barely over double digit rushing attempts. So man, I'm trying to think, like it feels like the other person in play is like Higbee still. The only closest person I can think of being captain, even though like what I want to say here, Like San Francisco is pretty good against tight ends basically because they have good linebacker play. But who knows, man? Like I expected Higbee to have a way bigger game this last game, and who knows? It could be this game. Just because Skowronek is gonna be like, come on now. Like I know his targets was higher. I feel like okay, well he got to 66 yards. He almost got to a 100-yard bonus, and he had that one deep catch. So I don't know. Maybe as a cheap captain, maybe he could be in there. Like I said, it's about getting big plays and establishing the run over here. So, but it's so funny because like Cup does everything. He might rush. He might, of course, freaking go for the big play, of course. So it's kind of one person over here. If Stafford could throw multiple touchdowns, then I would say he's also possible captain here. And I guess I guess I'll say Allen Robinson if his targets goes up though. Only if his targets go up. Real talk, I kind of think it's just these two. I don't even think I really want to pick anybody else. But as for like just putting in the flex option though here, I definitely have to say then gotta toss in Allen Robinson, and then trying to think of does there anybody else come in for Skowronek? Like, is there any other? I know I saw Tutu Atwell, but I think didn't he get in the last game? Yeah, I thought I saw this Brandon Powell dude get some targets. Yeah, so he definitely would be in play then for flex. And then let's see. Maybe maybe one of the running backs just gonna be like this is gonna be the hardest thing. Whoever gets this right, if you even need one of these running backs though, first of all. If they get that right, then they definitely gonna be in the win. So you could take a shot at either one of them really, because nobody really knows which one is gonna be there. And then Higbee definitely put him in play for it because I know he should stay getting. I think his targets need to go back up to this 9, especially for this game. They probably gonna struggle. Probably gonna not maybe get as much time in the pocket all the time, and they'll have to dump it off. So I definitely could see him being back at like 11, where he was at against Buffalo's 4-3 defense. That could happen again. So that's why I think. And then the thing about this game, he dropped so many like right in his hands, man. He could have had a bigger game, way bigger game than 8.9 in this game, but he dropped so much. He dropped like a screenplay that was about like he had all the blockers in front of him and just nothing but yards in front of him to get a touchdown, like a 50-yarder. So I definitely got to say Higbee is big in play for flex. And let me see, is there any? We know the kicker's in play. We know the defense is still in play, especially with Garoppolo. Because if the Rams can just get up and force Garoppolo to have to throw, then definitely the Rams defense is going to be big in play in this game because of that. Because as soon as you can force him to throw, he's going to probably throw a pick, all types of stuff, get sacked, maybe a fumble, all that thing. So definitely I would say Rams defense is in play because of that, as well as, like I said, the kickers in play as a flex option. And then just trying to make sure, is there any sleepers here that I would say? I saw Blankton get a catch last game. It was pretty big. Yep, I thought so. So, I mean, he's always then going to be in play if he's going to pop out the backfield and randomly get a catch like that. So, as a sleeper play, Blankton. Let me see this Mason. No, that's on San Francisco. My bad. And I'm trying to just make sure I'm not missing nobody here, y'all. Cause I'm like, they gotta have like one more backup receiver now that's gonna play. What happened to Tutu Atwell? Wow, he dropped so low. And he's still getting a target though, like a game. And he has that breakout speed though. Yeah, failed to bring in. I can't even remember what that play looked like, because thinking of like how he's gonna come in, anytime he comes in, it's probably gonna be for a big play. So he can definitely be a low sleeper play right there, man. Because you never know, especially divisional. I mean, real talk, like divisional play, yeah, Tutu Atwell is definitely in play for that. Because division, they love to throw in people that they don't usually throw in or haven't really shown you much with them. He might get 2 shots in this game compared to how he's been getting 1. So yeah, definitely I would have to say he could be a good sleeper. But let's go ahead and move on to the other side of the field here. And we gotta say, yeah, playing a 3-4 defense, they don't need to try to attack the rush, try to attack, pass catching back and things like that, which is funny because all those positions is Debo. And also attacking the middle of the field. So definitely that's all Debo. I feel like they should use Kittle a little bit more in this game. So definitely he could be a captain. Brandon Ayuk should have one-on-one matchup with I want to say Jalen Ramsey. But if he gets one-on-one with one of the other cornerbacks in this game, then definitely I feel like he could be in play for a big game this time. So these three over here, I feel like could be captains for this side. Now, when we go to flex options, though, especially also my bad, I want to say because the Rams been giving up a lot of points, and I know I haven't went over that part yet. Let me see. The Rams been giving up, yeah, like 53 fantasy points, man, at receiver. And that's enough really for two receivers to go off. But the only thing that's whack is Garoppolo. We all know Garoppolo is just, oh my God. But I feel like he kind of shows up a little bit more, at least against his rivalries and things like that, his division and stuff like that. So especially being that he is gonna be at home, have the crowd, rocking with him and everything, he could throw 2 touchdowns in this game. So they might be able to get there. Maybe two receivers do get there. If not, it'll be maybe Kittle or somebody like that. So, but but definitely giving up 53 fantasy points, man. Like I said, that's two receivers capable of going off on this side. As well as, let me see, I believe they don't really get, yeah, we know the Rams don't really give up the run. So Jeff Wilson, I mean, he's in play for, they got 12.9 fantasy points they've been giving up. But let me look at this because I'm like, who have they even played again? I mean, Cordell Patterson, decent running back. So, but I mean, I know here it was Josh Allen kind of rushing a little bit with Singletary and everybody. So Connor barely he didn't really get a lot of touches. So haven't been super tested really by like a great running back. And this team, that they're going against, they know 49ers love to run. So, I mean, but like I say, it's just the fact that Debo is literally the running back. So, but I mean, he has been producing pretty well, like 75, 84 yards. Definitely Jeff Wilson could be in play just because of the way they're what I want to say, like their offensive scheme for running is amazing over here. So yeah, I kind of still got to toss in Jeff Wilson. Like he could be in play, really, just being at home and everything. Could sneakily get up in there as a captain. Like who knows? Could get 2 touchdowns rushing just because of the fact it's Garoppolo and it's like, is he really gonna throw multiple touchdowns? Like, I mean, he gotta prove it. He really gotta prove it. Like I say, Rams are giving up a lot of fantasy points to receivers, and they really are not giving up much to tight end. But it is Kittle still, and like the fact that they had, like I say, when you play rivalries, if they first of all, Kittle's been out, so like they don't have a lot of film on what plays they even have for Kittle to scheme it up against them. So they could throw to Kittle 8 times in this game, and the Rams won't be prepared for it. So that's how he could get there easily. As well as like somebody like Ayuk, because most of the plays we've been seeing is all Debo, the same kind of stuff we always saw, the run, the pass catching to him, screen plays, just all that type of stuff. So I know they'll be more prepared trying to, scheme up against Samuel, but Kittle and Ayuk could be big in play, Jeff Wilson as well. So all those four I would say are captain. When we go to flex options though here, I definitely want to keep these three in first. And I'm just trying to look at, let's see, we got, who else would I say? It's a good play. Man, I gotta call. I kind of gotta say the 49ers defense could be in play because Stafford's throwing a pick like every game, y'all. You go look at this. Let's see, except for the last game then, but like 3-2, I thought he was gonna have one, but if he throws, I mean, it's something about, I noticed too, bigger games, big teams, he be throwing these picks. I know, I mean, Atlanta's not a great team, but Buffalo 3 picks is crazy. But he throws a lot more picks than what I thought. Like he's already thrown more picks than he's thrown touchdowns, and I'm just like, none of these teams I think have scored off of any of the picks that he's thrown yet. So who knows when that's going to happen? It could be this game, especially being a rivalry and 49ers being at home. If he throws a pick, it could be a pick six. So I got to say also the 49ers defense will be big in play. Then let's see. We already know gold is always in play just because especially with Garoppolo, like I said, you don't even know if he's going to get, touchdowns all the time. So, and their kicker is a really good kicker, can kick a 51-yard long one right there. And then you talking about 5 points. If he does that twice in a game, you got 10 points. So definitely I got to say gold is in play. Trying to go lower than that. Let's see who we got. Jawan Jennings, I thought he was starting. Is he not starting no more? Okay, we got 3 targets, 2 since Garoppolo been there, 5 targets. Definitely gotta say that he's in play if he's just gonna get targeted at all. McLeod, is he still okay? 2-1. I mean, I know he has speed, so are they rushing with him? Not at all because of Debo. Okay, because I know he was kind of doing rushing plays in Pittsburgh. But yeah, it doesn't really look like he's getting a lot of targets. But they are kind of deep though. 16 and 11 yards. I mean, 20 yards here. You never know because he got the speed. So I gotta say he's still in play as well. But the best play, man, in these showdowns for 49ers is always usage. Like he's always, man, like I tell you, he always gets that touchdown in these showdowns. So he's probably the best. I mean, he's not a sleeper though. It's just I don't really think there's anybody better, below for San Francisco than him. So like I would have to say it's him and nobody else. Dwelly looks questionable. I don't know, how much he's gonna play anyway, but he might be in there for some blocking. But Kittle's a great blocker, so I don't really think it'll be him. But yeah, like Jawan Jennings, Ray McLeod, probably the best plays with Juszczyk, but Juszczyk is still probably even better than them. Juszczyk is all like to me is probably better than past Jennings, past McLeod, past Powell. I mean, the only thing I wouldn't say the defense and the kickers just because like we know they can consistently get points and Juszczyk might get just 2 catches or something, or maybe 1 goal line attempt rush or something. But so I wouldn't say he's better than those picks. I would probably pick a defense or a kicker before I pick him. But if I had, like I say, if I'm picking a sleeper side and he's not really a sleeper, but the price is just so cheap and you know what he can do, and like I said, he's always somehow slides into these showdowns, man. So definitely, putting him in your lineup, I don't mind, especially if you're trying to pay up, get a high captain, getting all the high players in this, building your lineup for. I definitely got to say he's in play then. But let's just go over all the fantasy points just to end this real quick. So at QB, the Rams are giving up 22 points fantasy, and the 49ers are giving up 10 points. But like I said, 49ers haven't been tested, y'all. So like we can go back over this just real quick one more time. Like you look at these matchups, quarterbacks, Fields throwing 17 times a game. Geno Smith, like come on now, like he only put up 7 points, so that already tells you that was bad. And he was at home, so that is really crazy. I mean, my bad, they was at home, my bad. But yeah, so I mean, just the weapons he had, he should have been able to score way more points on this defense, I feel like. But then you got Denver, and Russell's been having a hard time getting, scoring in the red zone. So hasn't built the chemistry up or anything with that offense yet. Like it's just very stale over there. So just haven't been tested to me like by just any team really to me that's established offense that has chemistry. They have not been tested with a quarterback and a receiver weapon that's has that built chemistry, established weapon, established the offense and things like that. This is going to be their first time. So I definitely don't kind of believe in basically the QB points that's been given up with this 10 points. I believe Stafford could get 20 fantasy points on them. So even though it's 10, like I'm saying. So then I want to say a running back, we got 12.9 fantasy points given up from the Rams. Then we have 19 fantasy points given up from the 49ers. So that does put one of the running backs in play. It's just that we don't know exactly which one it would be. But definitely they are in play because of that. If they're going to give up 19 points, that probably ends up being in the lineup. And then at receiver, though, like I say, the Rams been giving up 53 fantasy. It's the craziest amount of fantasy. So Garoppolo could get in there just because of his receivers. If he can hit on his receivers in this game, then they can really go off. And being that they're at home, I expect them to kind of show up. They always play the Rams really hard and give them a very hard time. They play better. They're just way more pumped up when they play them. So then on the other side is 27.6 fantasy points given up to wide receiver, which I kind of just feel like that's just all going to be Kupp. Like, if you just ask me, I feel like Kupp is going to get all 27.6 fantasy over there. Tight ends on both sides. So Rams give up 5.8, and then the 49ers only give up 2.4. But like I say, so all these stats kind of for the 49er side have not really been tested. They have not played any great talent when it comes to quarterback, running back, wide receiver, or tight end. So this will be their first real test, like I'm saying. Like, we'll really get to see what they kind of give up when it comes to fantasy points at each position this game, other than probably maybe running back. But quarterback, wide receiver, and tight end, I feel like that's where they're going to be tested the most. And that's why I definitely feel like, Higbee, Stafford, Cooper Kupp is all in play, for big games in this game because we have not seen them get tested by those type of players. So, but that's it, man, for this whole showdown strategy building, show right here, man. I hope that really helped y'all out with building the right type of lineups, putting the right type of captains in there like I always do, man. I hope y'all win some big money. I hope y'all already won some big money for this week, and everything like that, man. Really, I hope y'all really cashed in big for this week 4, man. But stay tuned, man. I'll be back with the what I want to say, the full strategy. Not the full strategy. The first look at the next week, man. And man, what we got, the top 5, we got everything. You already know what's coming, man. If y'all already been and subscribed to the channel, y'all already know. And I just want to say I really appreciate all my subscribers, man. All y'all commenting, man, and the likes, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all really helping this channel grow, man. And just want to say thank you. Keep winning that big money though. It's your boy Jaystar, and I'm out. Peace.